Students, today I am going to discuss the next or last topic of the thermodynamics, that is Gibbs free energy. So see what is Gibbs free energy in thermodynamics chapter. Gibbs free energy. This is symbolized by the G. What is Gibbs energy? So write down the definition at first. Gibbs energy, the total energy available in any system to do useful work is called Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy. So it is expressed by this equation. Gibbs equal to enthalpy minus temperature, and as for entropy, G stands for Gibbs free energy. H, heat content of system. S, entropy of system. And T, temperature of surrounding. So TS, this TS, energy required to maintain system freedom. Systems freedom means entropy. So energy required to maintain systems freedom, entropy. So at first we discuss the change in Gibbs free energy. So at first SI unit is joule or kilojoule. If we calculate change in entropy, change in Gibbs free energy, if we calculate change in Gibbs energy, and the process is reversibly isothermal, reversibly isothermal, then change in Gibbs energy equal to change in enthalpy minus change in temperature and entropy. As our condition is reversibly isothermal, reversible isothermal. So in that condition temperature is 0. So see here what happens. Del G equal to delta H minus change temperature entropy minus temperature change in entropy. As this is the change in temperature is constant, so delta G equal to change in enthalpy minus change in entropy. This is the equation given by the Gibbs, scientist Gibbs. And as we know, this is for system, this is also for system, this is also for system, but this is for surrounding. And we know that del H equal to change in internal energy plus change in Ng, gas, and is the number of moles of gas, and R constant temperature. So we put the value of del G equal to del U and delta H equal to this. So we can put this value for del H here. So del Ng RT minus T delta S. One of the equation also made by Gibbs free energy. So let's spontaneity criteria through delta G. Spontaneity criteria for criteria through, not for, through changing Gibbs free energy. We have already discussed or read about total change in entropy equal to change in entropy of system plus change in entropy of surroundings. So we have already discussed the change in Gibbs energy equal to change in enthalpy minus change in entropy. So what happens? Total entropy change, we know that change entropy of system plus, instead of surrounding we can use Q surrounding by temperature. We know that change in entropy of surrounding equal to heat content of surrounding by temperature. So what happened? We know that Q surroundings equal to minus Q system by minus Q system, and this is the heat content of the system. It is heat content of the system, and this equal to minus change in enthalpy of system. So we can write here total change in entropy equal to change in entropy of the system minus, instead of Q surrounding, heat surrounding, we use change in enthalpy by T, and multiply all the equation, multiply all the equation with surrounding temperature, because T is the surrounding temperature. We know that Gibbs energy for system, enthalpy change of the system, entropy change also for the system, but temperature for the surrounding. Multiply all the equation with surrounding temperature, So it comes, put the value of this temperature by this, multiply this equation with temperature, surrounding temperature. So it comes total equal to T, change in entropy of system, minus change in enthalpy of system into T. So it comes T del S total equal to T, temperature change of entropy of the system, minus change in enthalpy of the system. So put this value, S total comes temperature change in entropy of the system and enthalpy change of the system, and we know that total change of entropy equal to minus change in Gibbs free energy, because we know that this equal to Gibbs free energy, or we know that this equal to minus change in entropy of total. So let's we discuss the all Gibbs energy for all the spontaneous and non-spontaneous. What happens Gibbs energy for the different process. So students, let's we discuss about the energy, Gibbs energy for spontaneous and non-spontaneous process. So at first we discuss about the spontaneous process. For spontaneous system. For spontaneous system, change in entropy, total change in entropy must be positive. We all know that for spontaneous system, whenever the change in entropy, total entropy should be positive for the spontaneous process. In that condition, del G equal to negative. Del G equal to negative. So, we can write here for spontaneous process, the Gibbs energy should be negative. And for non-spontaneous process, we know that total change in entropy is negative. In that condition, the value of change in Gibbs energy comes positive. So, by roughly, we can express in short for spontaneous as total positive and Gibbs energy negative. This positive, this should be negative. For non-spontaneous, del S total negative, so del G equal to positive. By this we can remember the value of Gibbs energy for the spontaneous and non-spontaneous process. Let's discuss our third law of thermodynamics. What is third law of thermodynamics? The third law of thermodynamics. The third law of thermodynamics states that the entropy of any pure crystalline substance is zero. The entropy of any pure crystalline substance is 0. So, and at absolute temperature, the absolute temperature is means 0 Kelvin or 0 temperature. We know that entropy is directly proportional to the temperature, not change in entropy. Entropy is directly proportional to the temperature. Whenever we increase the temperature, randomness also increases. In that condition, we should take temperature 0 Kelvin. It is called the absolute temperature. So, Kelvin 273 plus degree Celsius, we know that. So, 0 Kelvin, it comes to 73 plus this means degree Celsius equal to minus 273 Kelvin. In this way, we can describe the third law of thermodynamics. Let's summarize all the laws of thermodynamics. All laws of thermodynamics. Our first law of thermodynamics states that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, as we have already read in the previous video. It comes Q equal means heat equal to change in internal energy plus W, or work equal to integration P dV. This is our first law of thermodynamics. We have already discussed about this first law of thermodynamics in our previous video. Second law of thermodynamics stated that the entropy of universe is even increasing for any spontaneous process. We have chain entropy must be greater than 0. And the third law stated that pure crystalline substance the entropy of substance, that is, as entropy becomes 0 at 0 Kelvin temperature, which is known as absolute temperature. So this is our all the laws. First law, second law and third law. One more law is also given in your thermodynamics chapter, but it is not including in the syllabus. This is called zeroth law. This year's syllabus. Zeroth law. Zeroth law explains when two bodies, suppose this is the body A and this is the another body B, and the temperature of this body is T1 and the temperature of this body is T2, means change in difference. So heat exchange from A T1 to T2 and T2 to T1, means A body to B, B body to A, till it becomes equal. Means heat exchange when two bodies, whenever heat becomes equal to the two body, and flow of heat takes place from high temperature to low temperature. Flow of temperature takes place from high temperature to low temperature. मीन्स जीरोथ लॉ कहता है कि अगर दो बॉडी में टेम्परेचर का डिफरेंस है तब तक हीट का, अगर दोनों पास पास हैं तब तक हीट का एक्सचेंज होता रहेगा जब तक कि दोनों में हीट इक्वल ना हो जाए, और फ्लो हमेशा हीट का फ्लो हायर टू लोअर होता है. दिस इज कॉल्ड द जीरोथ लॉ. With this topic we have completed our thermodynamics chapter. So students, in the next video we will start the next chapter, either or most probably redox. So go through the redox chapter and complete all the questions answer given in the NCERT book related to the topic. So do all the questions of the NCERT. It is very important chapter, student. Thermodynamics chapter is very important. So all the topics given in your NCERT book, go through this particular topic and command on this topic also.